What's up, everybody? Quick video today. KLX300 here beside me. I'm going to block off the emissions pair valve. When you buy one of these bikes, even with the stock exhaust, you have a little bit of backfire when you decelerate, that decel pop. And I have an aftermarket Delcovic pipe on, which you still have that little bit of pop, and it gets a little bit louder, of course, with the more open exhaust. Now, I already did a test. I pulled this hose off, blocked both fittings off with a piece of tape, and the pop on my bike completely disappeared. So I'm just going to show you here how I'm going to plug both these things off and check it out. Here we go. Move the camera. Try to get this close up. Now, what I did is I removed the radiator shroud, and then you will see this hose will be connected to your pair valve. All I did was pull this hose off. There's no clamp on it. It'll pull off. You got to tug on it pretty good. I did put a little hook underneath it and work it around it, and then it pulled right off. This hose comes from your motor, the head, and of course this is the pair valve here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little vacuum plug on this. Right here. You get these at auto parts store, possibly even hardware store. They have a little open end on them. I'm going to slide this over the fitting on the pair valve itself. Now I got that on. I'm going to put a little zip tie on there just as preventative maintenance. I don't think that would ever come off. It's pretty tight fit. That is about that fitting on there is probably roughly about 3/8 of an inch. So keep that in mind if you're going to get a cap. Now what I'm going to do for the hose right here, this damn thing's in the way. This hose, you can either take like a bolt like this, shove it in the hose, put a zip tie or a hose clamp on it. I actually, for me, what fits better, I have this is a wire nut. When you do electrical work in your house and you put two wires together, what I'm going to do is take this, shove it down in. See, it's already a tight fit right there, and I'm going to push it in the rest of the way like that. Right there. That is very snug. It's never going to slip and go down into the motor per se if you were worried about that. And I'm also going to put a zip tie around that just as a safety precaution. Pull that tight. Give it a snip. Snip. Now you could, I think what I'm going to do is run a zip tie around both of these just to hold them together. When you pull this off, this wire is your horn wire. It's going to be in your way. I already put it up there and kind of tucked it out of the way. And I'm just going to zip these two together lightly to keep them from flopping, flippity flopping around here. I mean, you can buy the kit if you want. I mean, I bought, the only thing I have in this is a couple zip ties. I had the wire nut. This is a whole assortment of the vacuum caps, and it was $3 at the auto parts store. So if you're only buying one, you probably have 50 cents in it. So that's all done. Now I'm just going to put the radiator shroud back on and get it out, take it for a rip. Like I said, I had it fired up already, and this bike would initially, as soon as you fired it up and got on the throttle and revved it while it was sitting here in the garage, you would get some loud decel popping. I already tried that, and when I fired up cold, there was no pop whatsoever. Took it for a ride, no decel pop. Now, that's my bike. Not saying yours is going to be that way, but it worked for me. So if you got a KLX300, try capping that baby off. Get rid of your decel pop. Remember to like, subscribe, get on your dual sport, and get your ass outside.